Well, hello everyone. It's my turn to do our Bible story and activity this week. What a treat for me. I've been thinking of you all lots and lots, and I've loved seeing some of you out and about where we can wave at each other. That's really lovely for me. So today, we're going to hear a story from one of the Gospels. Can you remember? I wonder if you know what the four Gospels are called. So there's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And the story we're hearing this today is from the Gospel of John, from number 4. So, in our story today, we're going to hear about Jesus getting a little bit cross. I sometimes get cross. I wonder if you get cross. And Jesus gets a little bit cross because people aren't treating the temple in the right way. And the temple was the special building where people went to worship. And Jesus got very cross because they weren't using the temple properly. Now, he also says something very strange. We're going to hear about that. We're going to do our Bible story first this week. So see if you can hear what we think Jesus says that's a bit strange. Let's listen to our Bible story. The Passover of the Jews was near, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. And in the temple, he found people selling cattle and sheep and doves and the money changers at their tables. Making a whip of cords, he drove them all out of the temple, both the sheep and the cattle. He also poured out the coins of the money changers, and he overturned their tables. He told those who were selling doves, "Take these things out of here. Stop making my Father's house a marketplace." His disciples remembered what was written. "Zeal for your house will consume me." And the Jews said to Jesus, "What sign can you show us for doing this?" Jesus answered them, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." The Jews then said, "This temple has been under construction for 46 years, and you will raise it in 3 days?" But Jesus was talking about the temple of his body. After he was raised from the dead, the disciples remembered that he had said this, and they believed the scripture and the word that Jesus had spoken. This is the gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ. Now, did you work out what the strange thing that Jesus said was? Well, he said, didn't he, that if you destroy the temple, I will build it up in 3 days. Well, 3 days isn't a very long time to build a whole temple, is it? I've got some Jenga blocks, and I'm going to see how fast I can build a tower. So I'm trying to go really quickly. You might be able to time me, actually, if you're watching this. See, even when I'm building this Jenga tower, because I'm rushing, I'm dropping the bricks, and I'm not going very quickly, am I? Maybe I am. I don't know, you'll have to let me know how fast you think I did. And can you see, because I'm rushing as well, all the bricks are getting a bit sort of wobbly, aren't they? My Jenga bricks, they're not very straight. They're not very secure. So my tower actually might not last very long because I'm rushing and I'm trying to get it done quickly. Imagining if I was trying to build something, a big temple, in 3 days. Let's see how high we get. Here we go. Yeah, see, they're definitely wobbly, aren't they? Because I'm rushing it. And that makes me think that actually my Jenga building might fall down. There we go. So, there we go. Last ones. So there's my Jenga building. And, okay, it didn't take me that long to do. But you can see, can't you? Look, it's all wobbly. It's not very straight. It doesn't look like it will last very long. So I was thinking about Jesus saying that he would rebuild the temple in 3 days and how amazing that would be. Thinking that I couldn't even build a strong, stable Jenga block tower in 3 minutes, not even 3 minutes. But actually, we heard in the story, didn't we, that Jesus wasn't really talking about rebuilding a whole temple. Because that would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? Being able to build a temple in 3 days. Well, Jesus wasn't actually talking about that, but he was talking about something even more amazing. Because what Jesus meant when he said that, not that he would actually rebuild a temple, but that he sort of was the temple. He was using the word temple to mean himself. And what he meant was, I'm going to pop him on my tower, that, as you know, can you remember, we're in Lent, aren't we? We're going towards Easter, and we're remembering the story of how Jesus died and how on Easter Day he rose again. So, what Jesus was saying was that it would be 3 days from when he died to when he rose again. That's what he was saying, and it was, wasn't it? So we have Good Friday, then we have the Saturday, which sometimes people call Holy Saturday, and then we have Easter Sunday. And that's the special day, isn't it? That's the big day when Jesus rose again. So when Jesus said that, he was telling us, he was telling the people that he was with, and telling us now, that in 3 little days, he would come and he would die and he would rise again. Which, to be honest, is even more amazing than thinking about building a temple in 3 days, isn't it? But because Jesus is so special, because Jesus is the Son of God, he can do that, can't he? Shall we do our activity now? So I thought for our activity today, we could think about buildings, we could think about how Jesus said, if you destroy this temple, I will rebuild it in 3 days. And we know, don't we, that he was talking about himself, but that gets me thinking about buildings a bit like the tower I built. And so all we'll need today is some paper. I'm using some scrap paper and some pens or pencils or crayons, whatever you like to use best. And I thought we could all think about a building that we know and that we care about lots. It might be your house, or it might be the church, or you could make one up, maybe a castle or a fort. And what I thought we would do is we would draw a picture of that building. I'm going to draw St Andrew's Church, but you could draw anything. You could draw your school, maybe. You could draw lots of things, couldn't you? And we'll draw the outline nice and big. Can you see I've done that there? And then what we'll do is we will draw bricks on our building. I think it's best to do one long line like this, and we can go across and draw the bricks. And you need to make your bricks quite a big size because we're going to write something inside our bricks. So it might not look exactly like what your school looks like or what your building looks like in real life, but we've got our building with lots of bricks. Now, I wonder, when we were thinking about how hard it would be for Jesus to build a temple in 3 days, it's because a lot of things go into building a building, don't they? You need bricks and you need cement, wood, glass, you need lots of things. So, the buildings that we're thinking about today, we're going to think about what goes into those buildings. But we're not just going to think about the bricks and the wood and the cement, but you might want to write that in one of your squares. So I know that church has bricks, so it does need bricks to exist. So I've written bricks in one of my bricks. But lots of other things go into a building as well. And I think one of the things I'm going to write is, I'm going to write friends, because part of church for me is all of the friends I've made. Friends like you guys. That's very important to me, and I think that makes this building special, that we can go and make friends. I'm also going to write laughter, because when we're able to be in church and we get to chat outside or inside, and hopefully we'll be able to do that again soon, I like to laugh with people in church, so that's an important thing that makes church special for me. And I'm going to write music, because I think the music at St Andrew's Church is very special. And if you were doing your home, you might want to write family. I'm going to write that anyway, because actually all of you lot at church feel a little bit like a special family for me. So I'm writing family. And I'm going to write, pick a different colour. I'm going to write Eleanor, because Eleanor is my friend, isn't she? And we work together at St Andrew's Church. So Eleanor makes St Andrew's Church special for me. So you can write lots of different things in the bricks of your building that make the building that you've chosen special. And it might be, you might want to write things like bricks and cement. That's what physically make the building. But all of these other things like friends, music, Eleanor, laughter, all of those things are things for me, I think, make St Andrews a very special building. So whichever building you choose, have a think about what it is. If you draw your school, you might write teachers in one of the bricks. If you invent your own castle, for example, you might write, I'm going to write it on mine even though mine doesn't have one of these in St Andrew's Church. Dragon. Your castle might have a dragon and that might make it special. So think about all of the things that make the building you've chosen special. All of the things that in all of the little bricks build up to make your special building. Now, I hope you all have a really lovely week and I hope I get to see some of you soon. Speak to you all soon. Bye. Bye, everyone.